Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
The opinions expressed by the host, co-hosts, guests, and chat members of this show are strictly their own. They do not necessarily reflect the sponsors, anybody else, or any sane human being on this planet.
No, we haven't done that pre-recorded video message yet, have we?
We need to work on that.
Yeah, we do. It's been a while. It's been a little while we've been here.
Well, we had some electrical problems and some acts of the Almighty.
Yeah.
Taking Kenny out. I noticed that you're still recovering from your gunshot wound.
You noticed. So you heard about it. You heard about what happened to me Saturday. Yeah, strangest thing. I'm sitting out on the porch. I'm sitting out on the porch with the dogs, and I want you to know, and I don't know if any other shit's happened over the weekend or not. I mean, I tried to play this low key. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it or anything. I didn't even know you knew.
Well, I could just see from the bandage on your ear.
Well, I'm milking it for all it's worth. Yeah, the dogs are still upset about it. No, I'm sitting out on the porch Saturday trying to rile up the neighbors, and somebody's got a migrant sign out there that I was trying to read. I'm sure it was saying a lot of negative things about migrants. But I'm trying to rile up the neighbors and pump them up a little bit and just kind of see who's on my side and who's not. And so some asshole holds up this migrant sign that was apparently saying some negative shit about migrants. And I turned to the left to acknowledge this migrant sign. I want you to know some fucking asshole from about 435 feet away takes a shot at me. Well, what the fuck? And, my Secret Service, my 4 police officer friends that live in the neighborhood here, went up onto the rooftop across the street. They measured it at about 400 with a laser thing. It's weird technology. And apparently it was about 435 feet away. And I said, when I sat out on that porch, exposing myself to the masses, would it not be a good idea if you see somebody up on the roof with a fucking pellet gun clowning around in crouching sniper position? Sounds like a movie, don't it? Crouching sniper position from 435 away. Would it not be a good idea to go up there and talk to the young man? So I got a goddamn pellet bang in the ear here. Blood was everywhere. And you wouldn't think a pellet gun could do that much. I mean, I felt it whiz by. I went down. My 4 cop friends ran over here and laid their bodies upon me. And so, there had to have been 8 or 10 people out here hearing my speech. So, and I got to apologize to my cop friends because I stood up, held my fist up like, an idiot. And they're trying to escort me back into the home where the protection of the dogs are. And I want you to know that now in hindsight, I realize I endangered my 4 cop friends. It turned out there was a second shooter that got away.
On the grassy knoll.
Other rooftop. The other rooftop. Well, there's lots of rooftops.
It might have been from the cemetery.
It turned out the 8 or 10 that had gathered to hear my speech, many of them had pointed, hey, you got some asshole up there in crouching tiger position, hopping from rooftop to rooftop, seems to be aiming at our, I don't want to call myself a Messiah or a Jesus or a Buddha. I don't want to go there. That's up to them. But they didn't want me to be shot. And they're trying to alert my 4 cop friends, hey, we could have a possible issue. So now, what was that? Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. I haven't even removed this yet. It could be healed by now. Shit, I don't know. And
it would be a miracle.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about naming a vice president. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the most racist.
A vice co-host.
a vice co-host. Well, we all got to boost our titles. Wow. So well, thank you for. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, I'm scared to move it. It might still be bleeding. So we've had one person gutsy enough to even say shit. He was the one that was pissed that I wasn't here Saturday. Yeah, after I'd been shot.
Yeah.
After I'd been shot.
Yeah.
With a pellet gun.
Yeah.
I anticipate the numbers will be low tonight because I went on the Google machine to ask, what do you got to do to not be shadow banned? Well, I've been shot in the ear. What else? I haven't even had the TV on. I haven't seen any politics. I've been trying to avoid all that shit.
Well, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Just nothing but division.
A lot of people have told me over the weekend, Kenny, I've had to turn the tell. People in Australia have told me. Apparently something else has happened that's dominating.
Yes, there was a terrible performance of the national anthem at the home run derby last night. It was
heard it was an iconic performance of the.
Well, if the Iconics had done it, it might have been.
I heard. I like the Iconics. They're not the only thing. Were they Australian?
They were Australian. Yes.
They might be the only thing out of Australia I ever gave two shits about. In all seriousness, and then they broke them up like the Barcays. It's like breaking up the Barcays. Mm. You familiar with the Barcays? A lot of people weren't.
They were. Yeah, they named the center after them, the Barcay Center.
Well, we haven't been here in a month, and I don't see many donations. Throw up the rules there, Bobby, because we
sure. Let's do that.
They think I'm fucking around after I've been shot.
You, the audience, will decide how long these shows will be. We'll give you 30 minutes, but for every $10 that we raise, we'll stay 5 minutes longer. That means that, for example, if we
do the math, Bob, do the math.
Do the math here. It's a very educational show here. We do math teaching.
It is
$60 divided by 10 for 10 minutes gives us 6 times 5 minutes. 30
By the way, not to interrupt you, Scott Steiner would be so impressed right now.
This is better than Steiner math because $240 means we stay 3 hours or less. Because it's limited at the discretion of the host. If your ear is just throbbing from the pain, then we might not stay that long.
If I peel this bandage off,
it could. Now, Kenny, I understand that we actually have some pictures of the people outside your house as they were looking. Some photos? Yeah, they were pointing to.
Oh yeah, well, that's right outside my porch.
And they were pointing to where the shooters were coming.
I didn't realize. Yeah, that's pretty much what I saw. In order of clarity, we've taken away the color so you can kind of easily see what's going on.
Right.
I'm a little shocked I wasn't in that photo, but that was from another angle.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to give the Cherokee Nation, we call it here. I know that's very original. The Cherokee Nation, where I live.
There was a song about that, I hear.
Well, I'm 1/4 Cherokee, and I said, well, I've looked at all these hippie fucks around here, and I said, well, who better to address Cherokee Nation than the guy who is at least 1/4? Because I don't know what the other half is. I could be 3/4 Cherokee, and I feel terrible because as a kid I was brainwashed, just like J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance said all those horrible things about and I heard something happen to him this weekend. I'll have to get caught up on the news. I heard something happen to him. Didn't he fall down? I think he fell down. Yeah, I heard he fell. And clumsy fuck. But J.D. Vance is recorded saying a long line of horrible things about Donald Trump. I've heard of him. The next Hitler, I think, was one of the descriptions. And these are recordings. You can look them up.
Compared him to heroin.
The next Hitler. I'm a never Trumper. He's a horrible human being. But then again, little Marco Rubio said this. Now, I know we just lost one of our viewers because Edge Copeland says, when I tune in and see y'all talking about politics and not wrestling, I go away. Well, okay. All right. You're entitled to that. Because as I've said in here, if you dumb fucks, and that goes for all of you, I'm hurt. I could say anything tonight. I'm on painkillers. if you dumb fucks can't give us a topic to talk about, then I'm just going to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about for the first 30 minutes, and then I'm going to fucking go away. So it don't matter to me. I'm independently wealthy. I don't need. Oh, we do. Shit.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we kind of.
We can get into that pretty quickly because that.
So yeah, we're going to be here 30 minutes regardless. We started on time tonight because Coltrane didn't fuck the show up tonight. We knew early he wasn't going to be here. Shout out to Coltrane. What's his issue tonight? What bogus fucking bullshit did he make up?
Well, you remember when
JJ left? Excuses.
Yeah. Well, when one of his co-hosts went to Nebraska and had an attack of some kind of Nebraska Titus.
Well, of course, if you went to Nebraska, of course you had an attack of some type. Why wouldn't you?
And then
Lincoln or Omaha,
returning now
to have an attack in
Lincoln, wherever it is. She's returning to the Phoenix
power
area.
outage there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Nicole, we might have MLB trivia if the fans will make us stay long enough.
We ain't got jack shit till we see a little something. Well, by the way, we do have one donation tonight. He made it a couple days ago when I was letting people know, hey, man, I'm off for a few days. We got people needing help. I'm still sending money out regardless of what's coming in, as Bob well knows. Bob got a large request today.
Yeah.
I don't see that one happening, folks. We ain't even going to talk about it because about 10 people go without food. About 10 people go without food. And, hey, there's only so much we can fucking do on this show. So my apologies. We ain't even going to bring it up because 10 people, well, not 10, but quite a few people don't get food.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
4 families, probably at least.
4 or 5 at least. Corey, we go with my inflated numbers of 6 or 7.
25.
And 25 families go without food. And so, yeah. But John Mosier, of all people. And I'm going to tell you how this happened. I was a little busy over the weekend because I heard when Trump fell down and someone said something about blading. I heard something about packs of ketchup and an injury similar to mine. I heard he was mocking me is what I'd heard. That I had been mocked. He heard that I had this, the crouching sniper up on a rooftop out here that you got photos of. Yeah. And I heard old crouching sniper was mocking me and something about he went down. And I heard a lot of the people in the wrestling business. So, well, Trump really wants to be in the wrestling business real bad. He always has. And I was actually at some shows where they worked with him on how to throw punches, and that wasn't going to happen. I was at the shows they were trying to train him at, one of them. I met him 3 times, and teaching him to do anything wasn't going to happen. And but apparently someone taught him to blade because I heard he went down just perfectly fine, no problems. Some balloon popped in the crowd or something. Oh, by the way, thank God for the because in all seriousness, I've seen a little bit of what happened. There was a pullback because according to him, there were 60 or 70,000 people there in Pennsylvania to see him. Well, when they pulled back and showed the rooftops, it didn't quite look like 60. Does he realize that cameras and photographers are at these events? Does he not know? Did that look like 60 to 70,000 people to you? No. But then again,
maybe
I get men exaggerating the sizes of their penises. I'm one of these people that likes to not build up expectations. Female ever said to me, Kenny, how big is your penis? I would say, well, anything over 2 inches, be pleasantly surprised. Why build up? She could have been John Holmes's ex-girlfriend for all I know.
Right.
Why build up any expectations? And so what was the crowd? Like I said, there were more than 8 people out here to hear me speak, but in case someone's got a shot of the crowd, well, Kenny, there wasn't 8 people out there. That was like 30. Okay, we'll see. Now you're pleasant. Kenny had a big crowd. He had 30 people out there for the Cherokee Nation, the Cherokee Nation, the address to the Cherokee Nation. So we've been away all this time. 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, 12,000 followers on the X or the Twitter, 12,000 followers on Facebook. We got a grand after all this time. Like I've been off about a month. We got 30 people in it. What the hell? So I was asking the thing. The things I have here. What do I need to do to increase my views? And by the way, I've scheduled us to have a Zoom call later this week. We just need you to lay a time. We might be able to improve things here. Maybe not, but I figure what the fuck. We'll just hear we'll hear this group of.
At least we'll hear what this
we'll hear what they
professional
bro doesn't want anybody up front.
Well,
unlike the last lady who dropped her price from $800 to $100, just please send me the money. Well, I think you'd have some saved up if you're charging everyone else $800, and you're not based upon this country, so I don't think we're going to do that. So, where was I at, Bob? Where was I at?
You were
just to prove you weren't paying attention either.
Yeah.
So I've forgot what the fuck I was talking about. The exaggerations of crowd sizes and various things.
Yeah. There might have been a touch of an exaggeration.
Well, there's a membership I don't think I've seen. For 50, you can teach me. Well, once again, we have to see results before we send any money. So deal. You boost the numbers to the levels they claim they can do. See, this ain't like back in the day, because I remember Cornette used to bitch that and there's a lot of validity to this. Cornette used to bitch that Conrad, the mortgage guy, and Bruce Pritchard bought all their views and subscriptions and everything. And that's why you cannot get many of these podcasters, Rene Dupree. I don't think Dutch and them really block anybody because they don't do live shows. So, but so you can go over there and make negative comments and they just let them slide. We get rid of the negatives over here. I think Bradshaw pointed out that he and I combined had blocked over 100,000 people on Twitter, and he and I were running neck and neck in how many people we had blocked. And so many of these people aren't going to block anybody because they paid money to get their subscribers. Conrad was exposed by Cornette. I don't think Conrad would deny he did it, because he came out of fucking nowhere and all of a sudden passed all of us. And I was offered that. I was offered to, and I said, well, if it ain't real followers, what the fuck do I care? Because they have bots watch your shows for you. However that works, they have bots make comments, bots make so it looks like real people. But when I see all these great numbers and everything, and I wonder, why don't they have the sponsorships like we have? The measly views we get over here. Well, it's because they're not fucking real. That would be the reason. I heard one of my wrestling friends bragging about his 130,000 subscribers. I hope he ain't watching because he'll know I'm talking about him. Oh, sponsors are knocking on our door. No, this is a month or two ago, 3 months ago. Ain't seen sponsor. I mean, most of us aren't turning down money.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
Yeah, no, yeah, we see you offering us the cash, but we don't want it.
No, mama, no, we don't want none of your cash.
That rarely happens. And when I talk about me coming on the show, well, you talk about controversial shit. You say stuff that our people don't agree with, and they give us thumbs downs, and you cost us subscribers. No, they say that shit. They said, but guess what? They're there. And I lead every time I do these shows, I lead the comment sections because they're interacting. And that's what these podcasts want, is interaction. Jerry Jarrett said it best. Chaos creates controversy. Controversy creates ticket sales. Or it might have been reverse of that, but something similar to that.
Something like that.
And he had a sign up in the back also that posted, if you have personal beefs, settle them on television in a fabricated way. If Lawler and Dundee don't like each other over something, settle it on television. Kenny and Jimmy, you seem to have a lot of heat in the back. Why don't we take it out and film it? Why don't we make some money off your stupidity? Is more or less what Jerry Jarrett was saying. WWE to a degree has apparently done that. Taker's been telling a lot of stories out about people that he had in-ring problems with, that they would have to try to turn into ticket sales because of not wanting to work properly.
Well, I mean, Shawn Michaels notoriously feuded with so many folks. I mean, And then Jericho especially with Michaels after he smacked Sean's wife, sort of by mistake, supposedly.
Well, that seems reasonable to me. They want me to update my password. Well, Bob, after all this and all this, well, hang on here. I got more notifications than I thought. I mean, it's not all good notifications. Let's see. You've got money.
You've got mail.
Oh, well. Okay, hang on. This is an anonymous. Don't say it. Oh, well, I know. I don't know if you want me to read that comment. Teammaker, if you're in here, let me know if you want me to read. Comment is Teammaker's made a nice donation. Teammaker may have saved a few of you. Naughty Nicole, we'll go with her. Naughty Nicole has donated $10. And we have all right, I'll acknowledge it. I'll acknowledge it. Apparently, my racist are you watching, Timmy John? My racist, homophobic, anti-gay, anti-decent human being, bullshit brother, who I'm, by the way, going to go see later this week, has emptied out his bank account.
Woo!
He's laid it all out here on the show.
$2.12.
But everybody knows his real name anyway. Talk about, oh, fuck. He borrowed from his neighbors. Little Timmy John, it's hard to read. It's hard to read.
Your brother sent you
$5.
$5. Now,
and below it to show that I'm a decent human. See what happened to your brother over the weekend. I got shot in the ear, Tim. Trying to give a little rally out here. Cherokee Nation. I got shot in the fucking ear. I don't know what happened to your guy. Bladed is what I heard. And in big giant caps, he had somebody help him do this because both of these words are spelled correctly. So somebody helped him do this. So little Timmy Razor, little Timothy John says Trump train. Big smiley face. I didn't know he knew how to do emojis on Facebook.
So I guess he's given up on keeping his disability and stuff then, huh?
He's given up on wanting to keep his Social Security, disability, his gigantic food stamp card. I've heard what he gets. It's ridiculous. I didn't know you could get that much money on food stamps. His free delivery of food that gets dropped off at his door that I don't even qualify for. I won't bother to mention that he wrote me in secret the other day and said he was going to vote for Andy Bashir because he's going to lose every government program he's got if he goes Trump train. There it is, $5 for that.
I don't know anything about that Project 2025 or all my stuff.
I don't know anything about Project 2020. I know nothing. I know no. And then the guy that he hires to be the racist VP, who's more racist than me? Who's more pathetic than me? He gets. He didn't hire Andy Bashir, by the way, who might have got him some votes. Or even Nikki Haley, who might have got him some votes. 20 to 30%.
Got him some votes.
20 to 30% of the people that refused to vote for him are still voting for her. She's been out for 3 months. To show you how stupid some people are. He didn't take Doug Burgum, who's actually got some money. He'll get Burgum some money anyway, though. My brilliant brother, who just emptied out his bank account to send us the $5, not the $2.12 you accused him of donating, Bob. Well, the $5 so he could hear Trump train on this show. Here, I've been shot, and he's worried about Trump. And he's admitted he's going to vote Democrat because he's going to lose everything. The food dropped off at his door, the protein shakes, the Insure for old people, the food stamp, the gigantic, he's revealed to me the amount. I don't think he should be allowed to get that much free food from the government. All the things that his party, it's like when gay people admit to me they're Republican and wear MAGA hats. They fucking hate you. What are you doing? What are you doing? There's one party voting for gay rights and another party trying to take them away. What are you doing? So I thought little Timothy John, originally of Henry, I won't dox him. I won't give his real location. By the way, there's two people with the same name that live where he lives, and you don't want to know the history of the other guy. We'll leave that as a top secret information. I'm doing you a favor, Tim. I could reveal all this shit, but I'm a good brother. I'm coming to see you. I'm going to get you some more free food, Tim. Democrat Ken is on his way to save the day out in Carroll County. Going to hook you up with some free food in your own county that you can't get. You need this Democrat come out there and get it for you, because I know how to talk to people in a civilized tone. I'm bringing gifts, by the way. I'm bringing Scaramucci books. Well, I'm trading them out for a shitload of stuff, but I'm bringing a couple. And I don't know. Let me see if little Timmy is wanting to interact during the show. Maybe little Timmy would want to come on and debate. Little Timmy. That would be entertaining. I'm going to read. Can I borrow $5? No, you're done. He wants to borrow the $5 back he donated. No. I'll hook you up with a beautiful free meal at my good folks at Two Rivers out there on Friday, maybe Saturday. We haven't pinned a date.
He's wanting to revisit one of our old donors.
Yeah, we have a private little section we eat. I can't expose myself to you. You think this here's bad? You let me go to Carroll County, taking the speech I gave to Cherokee Nation out here. Imagine the number of pellet guns that would show up wanting to take me down. So what are the total of donations we got? It ain't much, thanks to Timmy John.
Well, no, you didn't mention what the other one was. Well, you got 10 from
yet. No, I'm saving
Nicole,
that one.
5 from the Gravy of Biscuiteer.
The Gravy
that makes
of
$15.
Oh, the Gravy of Biscuiteer. Wanting to save his federal programs. The food stamps, the disability, the Social Security.
Save me, Joe Biden.
Probably got a free walker from the government. Free health care, I might add. Free. You try that shit with your Republican Party. They want to take all that from you, dumb fuck. I mean that with love, by the way. With love, I'm sending this to you, Timothy John. They want to take all that from you. But because they're racist, homophobic fucks, he identifies. Oh, by the way, your new vice president wants to deport. Listen to this shit. He wants to deport. If you were born in America, he wants to deport you if your parents are illegal. Guess who he just volunteered to deport? His wife.
Yeah, his wife.
His wife has non-natural born parents that weren't born here, apparently came here illegally. So now he wants to deport his wife. But he and she are too stupid to realize what he's now voting for on Project 2025, which him and 140 of Trump's best buddies are a part of. This is what you get when I go away for 2 weeks and y'all don't donate shit. But the tea maker has made a very nice donation. He's also been helping a friend and has not only helped the friend. Now, I don't know why he did the number. I hope he's in here. Because he made a donation, and then you tell me how long we have to fucking be here because of him. He has donated $73.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, 73. Now I don't know why it wasn't 70. Don't know why it wasn't 75. He could have gone either way with those, or he might have been like Timmy John, and because of his friend, he emptied the bank account to help us.
Could be. After
me being shot in the ear on Cherokee Triangle here, I'm scared to remove it. I may be wearing this when I come to Carroll County in support of everybody who's been shot in the ear this week. I might be doing it. The numbers are going up.
Currently, we're at a
40-minute
extension.
We have a 40-minute guide. Thanks, T. I was about to wrap it up. Because we came on.
Well, no, yeah, he gave it before the show started, right?
No, he gave it during the show.
Damn it.
Yeah, he gave it.
Always looking for a,
always looking for a loophole.
Maybe you can get the case dismissed. You can get the donation.
Q-Link Wireless has offered me a free Motorola Edge Plus. Well, that's something
wonderful.
TC from the NC, who, by the way, the books are going out in the next day or two. Even Coltrane has ordered some things. My book, the Mooch book, some Miami Dolphin shoes. All that's heading his way. And he hadn't paid for anything yet. Kind of like my brother. Hadn't paid. Oh, by the way, I need you to rustle up another $60, Timothy John. I know you got it because you went to the casino 7 out of 9 nights, spending your government funding. I'm going to call Social Security and let them know how much he goes to the fucking casino.
Yes, Nicole's
God
book
damn
too,
it, man. God damn it, man. Don't rat me out to the feds, baby brother. He's actually the baby brother. I'm a little older. Oh, you'd never know it to look at us. Timmy John looked like, something that wheeled up out of a grave of the Walking Dead. And then you got, Mr. Fitness, Mr. Clean, Mr. Health, Mr. Prosperity sitting here. Only flaw I got is I got winged in the ear trying to give a little speech. That's all I got. Hang on. I'm going to be up in Alaska 2025 chubbing baby white seals. Got to move them from the pipeline of our gas line. We'll be under 2. Oh, he thinks if he goes to Alaska and clubs baby seals, and if we get the convicted rapist back as president, that gas will drop to $2 a gallon. This coming from a big goofy fuck. Who, go ahead, Bob. Analyze it for me.
If he doesn't go to Alaska and club baby seals, what will the price of gas be then?
Yeah, what will the price of gas be then, scientist? Yeah, he thinks we have the 9th cheapest gas.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a direct correlation between the death of baby seals.
It is amazing how the educational level drops across 2 counties. It is amazing how the IQ levels drop over 2 counties.
Well, maybe he
once wrote me, Bob, and said, "Me not smart like you."
Me not smart. Well, maybe he means he's going to go to Alaska.
And I knew he wrote that. I knew no one helped
clubbing with seals.
He wrote that shit.
He's going to go out and go clubbing with seals, like take them to a club and go dance.
I think he wants to go dance with seals.
I think he wants to go dancing with the seals.
I mean, not even
not
his
with the stars, but with the seals.
I'll tell you why he's not going to club, because the emoji he sent me was a white seal. The very rare white seal.
The very rare white seal.
The very rare. So I know he's not going to hit one of those. The black ones with the attitude and the mustache. Yeah, he might hit one of them. He's not going to hit a white seal. It's just how they are. Yeah. I bet if you cut him up, what color is racism? Because if you cut his wrist, I got a feeling that's what would come out.
Black. It probably bleeds black.
Black.
That's why.
That would be discouraging. Timmy John better be glad I don't reveal who his real father is. I'd really fuck him up. We're now producing more oil. This is how uneducated. I don't want to call him stupid. I want to call him ignorant, because ignorant, your officer, I was ignorant to that law. There's no offense in being called ignorant, right? I don't think. My brother is ignorant to a lot of things political. He doesn't know how shit works. He thinks that if you put the racist rapist back in office, because when he was in office, the country and the world was on shutdown. Well, we were a little later than most.
I have an idea.
Go ahead.
Finish this, because I've got this idea and it needs some full explanation here. So please go ahead and finish with your Tim John.
Yeah, analysis. But he thinks that if the racist, rapist, convicted felon, convicted rapist, convicted sexual assaulter, man who raped his first wife, then buried her on his golf property for tax purposes,
with the Secret Service, or with his files.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that would like to open that casket, especially these days. Nicole.
I heard she was cremated, right? So
you know what, Nicole? I must apologize. I think you're the one book that didn't go out because I didn't have your address in front of me. God damn it! All right, I'll get. You know what? I'm going to be out and about Thursday and Friday with 2 appointments, and I will make sure to get your book out as well. I'm so sorry. You lose your job, you lose your book. You didn't know that you didn't read the fine print. You lose your job, you lose your book. No, I will send me your address, and I will make sure we get your book out as well. I am so sorry. Coltrane ain't paid for his yet, but he has made a payment agreement with me that I accepted. But back to my ignorant brother. I don't want to call him stupid. I want to call him ignorant. Ignorance of the law, ignorance of politics, ignorance of how shit works. He thinks, going back to a time and era of when the country was shut down, do you remember oil got so low that it was costing them more basically to either give it away, throw it away, or have it leak off a ship than it was to try to sell it? They couldn't fucking sell oil at a decent rate. It dropped to like $50 or $60 a barrel because nobody was fucking using anything. Everybody was working from home. There wasn't anywhere to go. It was a fucked up time, and Trump fucked it up as much as anybody because of being an anti-vaxxer. Oh, by the way, the churches are going to be full. Now, COVID hit in March. He predicted, and he's recorded saying it. All you got to do is go look it up. He predicted that the churches were going to be full, that when the weather warmed up, COVID was going to go away.
Would go away.
He's recorded saying this, folks. I don't have to make shit up. The dumb fuck says enough shit that I don't have to make it up. Just Google it. I think even my brother has learned how to use the Google machine, or he's got somebody helping him do it. Well, okay. I saw the look from Bob. He's got somebody helping him. But no, he said it was going to go away with the warm weather. Now, Tom Hanks got COVID in the dead heat of the summer, and I can't remember if it was Australia or New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand.
Australia.
It was one of the two. It was either Australia or New Zealand.
It was in that area, right?
It was in that
Southern
area.
hemisphere of the world.
And the extreme heat is when him and his wife got COVID. But Trump thought, because of all of his scientific training,
right,
that the heat would wash it away, and the churches will be full. Now that was in April. Easter's in April, right? Have I got that right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, right around there. Early April, even.
Yeah.
A COVID shutdown hit in March, and Trump had already been denying it before that. That he wouldn't let people off from a ship because he thought it was going to make our numbers go up. Because there's a potential 200 people had COVID on a ship. He didn't want our numbers to go up, so he wouldn't let them off
our numbers if they stay on that.
And
ship.
then, of course, many of us, ignorant. Let's go with ignorant. Many of us ignorant people thought that bleach and Lysol were going to cure, and bright light.
Especially if you inject it, right? If you inject
it just right, if you get with your physician,
or you put bright lights in your lungs.
This is all recorded, and then. The doctors that were looking at him like, you stupid fuck. then when he gets exposed to be what a fucking idiot he was during a press conference, he didn't want anyone else to do the press conferences. He didn't want the doctors or the scientists to do it because they might actually say something of an educated nature that people might be able to accept and process. No, let my fucking dumb ass go out there and do it, who knows nothing about anything. His college professor said he's the stupidest motherfucker they'd ever known. Mary Trump says he's one of the dumbest fucks you've ever known. People that know him, his generals, oh my God, the level of stupidity of this man. But no, let's not listen to the people that really know him. Let's listen to the David Koresh. I think my brother's probably a big fan of David Koresh, probably a big fan of Jim Jones, probably a big fan. Now, I'm sure, I don't know if Tim got a bank loan or anything, or if he got him the shoes. He might have got the shoes. My brother and Mr. Trump have no use for a Bible, but yet one guy's selling one. But Tim might have bought Trump's. He might have bought it.
Well, maybe he could read it and it would do some good.
Didn't realize $5 was going to get me this much attention.
Next time he'll give $2. Like I said.
Next time he'll give $2 or $3.
So if electing Trump,
it's the ignorance thing I'm going with.
Yeah. So if electing Trump will lower the gasoline prices to what they were when he left, then we should elect.
Tim's got somebody over there helping me. He just
Eisenhower because the gasoline was 29 cents a gallon when Eisenhower was president.
Yeah. Gas was 29 cents a gallon when Eisenhower was very good. We should. That would be the way to go. Elect Eisenhower. Because how much was gas? Because how much was gas then? 29 cents a gallon. Now, what was the minimum wage back then? Probably the same as it is now.
No, I think it was a little less than that. I think it was like 2 something, but minimum.
I was being sarcastic.
No, I think you're probably not far off though.
When I first started minimum working, I made $1.88 an hour at the Dairy Queen and got bumped up to $2.30 at the Kroger.
Yeah. The minimum wage was 75 cents per hour.
75 cents an hour. Well, let's go back to that, Timmy John. Let's go back to when you really had the cheap gas.
In 56, it did jump up to a full $1 an hour.
A full $1. That's a dramatic increase. Must have been a Republican in office.
It was.
Doesn't that figure? Doesn't that figures? So the world is not using gas during Timmy John's glory times. And then guess what else happened during that glory time when things were so great? Everybody was getting supplemental checks. Guess who was cashing those supplemental checks? Little Timmy. You know the only person I know that did not cash those checks? My son, who I was curious at. I said, call it the Nancy Pelosi check. She's the one that got them for us. So Trump and every Republican voted against those supplemental checks. They didn't want you to get them. They didn't mind giving the $8 trillion tax break to the rich, or whatever the fucking final number was. He put us $8 trillion in debt, even though Republicans apparently don't do that. That's why he's not a real Republican, like my brother, who is a closet homodim. He's a homodim is what he is. He needs the Dems to live because he won't live. His health care goes away. His free health care goes away. His free food goes away. His government surplus check goes away. He has nothing if he votes for the likes of a J.D. Vance. By the way, if Tim married a ship-in lady, as the Republicans like to call them, those ship-ins, well, she goes away, but he's not. He married a good old-fashioned white woman who I think lives in the lovely areas of Glasgow, Kentucky. That's as far as we'll dox her. We won't reveal anything else. So it all goes away, Timmy John, if you get your way. If you get your way, no more government check, no more food dropped off at your door, no more massive food stamp. I know what he gets. I wish I could reveal it, but it's an embarrassing number of free food, not to mention the boxes that I can't qualify for. And then he says he doesn't even like the flavor of it. They're giving him free food so he can survive and live. Mm. And then he bitches about the free food they bring him.
The government cheese.
I think he was selling it to his neighbors for profit. Good business plan. Good business plan. I can't argue with that. So everything in life he stands for, and I hate to use him as the example, but he's the typical bitchy Republican who bitches about him. I'm not political. I get those people. I'm not. Yeah, you are. If you bitching, you're political. If you bitching, you're political because put people in office that will benefit you. That's what my brother's about to do. I've got it saved on my phone. I'm going to vote for Andy Bashir if he's eligible for another term. Fuck, I don't even know. Or someone like Andy Bashir who will help me keep all my free shit. Because if I vote with my racist buddies and my homophobic buddies, then I lose all my shit.
Now. Timmy did not say homophobic. He didn't know that word.
No, he said gay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put big multi-syllable words in Timmy John's mouth.
He might have used the 2-syllable F word.
And we're not going to mention how much you look like Timmy John on certain days. I don't even want, because I don't want to drag you down.
I'm not going to do that ever again, no.
You could be the smart version.
That's not saying that. That's a low bar. That's not exactly a high bar.
Tim, I can't look at all your messages right now because number one, you can't spell. Number two, this is the most attention. This is the most attention you're ever going to get again.
If we get $100 donation, we will read Timmy John's messages on the air.
Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, Joe Manchin was his other guy. Well, he's not even
West Virginia.
He's West Virginia. You can't vote for him. By the way, allow me to remind everybody: convicted felons can't vote. I'm talking about Trump.
He can't
vote. Convicted felons cannot vote. So you ain't gonna be voting for anybody. You won't be voting for anybody. Trump will not be voting for anybody because convicted felons can't vote. By the way, Trump lost his liquor license in New Jersey. So these Saudi Arabians that want to come there and get liquored up at his club can't do it anymore. And Trey, I hope you're having a good time. Not Trey, but the tea maker. My upstairs neighbor needs help with something. Let me see.
Maker of teas.
Jimmy John is still trying to type. No, you're not going to vote. Oh, he says he's going to vote twice. Well,
there you go. Just admit to voter fraud.
Another Republican admitting to voter fraud. They're bitch about voter fraud, and they're the ones committing it. There we go. Yeah, he's got somebody at his house helping him because it normally takes Tim. Just to explain Timmy John's mental and thought process, it takes Timmy John 99 minutes to watch 60 minutes. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half plus job.
And he skips the commercials.
To watch 60. And that's skipping the commercials because he doesn't like to be advertised to. So
can't stand that propaganda.
Can't stand that propaganda shit. No, we can't have that. By the way, Tim, when I get out there Friday, when I come out there, and hopefully my ear will be healed up by then, and I won't be a wounded duck, you're gonna get more of this, son. Only you're not gonna be able to type. You're not gonna have some stooge sitting there in your living room typing for you. You're going to have to, and don't start shaking. Don't throw your walker over the top of your balcony. You're going to have to verbally communicate with me and the genius. Maybe two geniuses when it comes to politics and how shit works. And you're voting if you could vote, you would be voting Democrat. I'm going to vote early, vote often. The Republican way. There's been, and this is where I got to admire the Republicans. They were bitching about all the voter fraud. Have you noticed that most of the voter fraud was including Mark Meadows voting twice? Mark Meadows voting at a place he doesn't live in, and then your boy Rubio didn't. The stupid fuck didn't realize that if he accepted the VP position, that they lose the Senate seat. This is how stupid that fucker is.
Well, because he'd have to move, right?
He'd have to move. Well, this is the other rule that needs to be changed. These fucking senators move into Mobile, Alabama, so they can be a senator. Like Tuberville has not lived in Alabama and God knows when. The dumb fuck admitted that his primary residence is in the panhandle of Florida somewhere. Right. He should not be able to be a senator of Alabama, but he's got a trailer park there somewhere.
To me, if you're running for the national office, you should have
to live there at least a year, I think. I think living there a year.
Resign your seat if you're running for national office. None of this. Well, I can always fall back on. I'll stay in the Senate. No. If you're that committed to it, resign.
Well, Ron DeSantis changed the rules so he could run for president because it was before him. You had to forfeit the governor's seat if you wanted to run for president. Oh, you don't want to be governor anymore? Well, we would like somebody to actually be a functioning governor. Unlike Ron DeSantis didn't do any governing for fucking ever because he thought he was going to be president. Right. So Ronnie DeSantis changed the rules. He got his cronies to change the rules. This is more education for Timmy John because he don't know this shit. To change the rules so he could not only run for president but keep his governor's seat. To give him power, to give him a fallback job, much like Tommy Tuberville, the dumbest congressman. Yeah, I'm going to say it right now. Timmy John, because Timmy John ain't stupid. He's just ignorant. He's just ignorant. There's just a lot of shit he doesn't know, and he doesn't understand how shit works. He thinks putting the rapist in office, gas drops to $2 a gallon. Okay, I know a lot of stupid people. I know a lot of ignorant people, and none of them are that fucking stupid nor ignorant. So I'm going to assume Timmy John's not either, that he's just saying stupid shit. But then again,
heard it on the F.
He heard it on the Fox Entertainment channel.
Right.
They don't even get their paychecks from anything called Fox News. It's called Fox Entertainment because they're not allowed to call themselves news anymore to legit news organizations. They're Fox Entertainment. The nighttime shows, all entertainment. There's no news. He thinks Gutfield. Oh, my ear. God damn it. I shouldn't have done that. I ain't healed yet, Bob. He thinks Gutfield's a funny man, and he thinks he does very good in the ratings. No, I'm going to explain it to you so only Timmy John can understand. Tim going, God damn, I got some mileage out of my fucking $5. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to break it down for you. You got your licorice crowd, and anybody who likes licorice can go get licorice. But for those of us that like chocolate, but there's only one place you can get licorice, and that's on Fox at 11 o'clock at night. If you like black licorice, is that what it's called? Black licorice? There's red licorice, there's black. That's about it. If you like black licorice, let's go with red licorice, because they probably would not like, the Fox people would not like the black licorice. They would like the red. So MAGA licorice. If you like MAGA licorice, no, you can't see it on real television. You can't see it on ABC, CBS, the CW, even the so-called real Fox News channel that actually has primetime programming from 8 to 10 o'clock at night. Not like all the other networks who have it from 8 to 11. That's where their primetime is. They don't have a network news channel. Well, there's a reason for that, because they're a network opinion channel. So it's like when you want to watch NBC News, Bob, you can watch it at 6:30 at night. If you want to watch CBS News, you can watch it at 6:30 at night. ABC News, 6:30 at night. If you want to watch Fox News, Fox Licorice, well, you have to watch that on cable. That's your only option. If you live in Ogden, Utah, and your only source of entertainment is an antenna, and you can't afford the Dish Network or the YouTube of television, then the only thing you have is an aerial antenna. Well, and much of the country watches their news and their programming and entertainment from an aerial antenna. Well, for those of us that like chocolate, we have Jimmy Fallon chocolate. We've got Stephen Colbert chocolate. We got Seth Meyers chocolate. We have James Corbin chocolate there for quite some time. We now have a new chocolate that's on after Colbert that I forgot the flavor of. I'm sure it's very vanilla. We've got The Daily Show. Now, that is a cable-only show. I wish it were network. I think that they should go network and come on after Colbert. And then the ratings would even, because they would be on a real television station, not Comedy fucking Central. So he thinks because a whole bunch of people that like black licorice go watch a very unfunny, racist, homophobe, but also married to a woman who could be deported if shit goes their way. He married one of those.
You know what? They're against divorce, so they don't want to have divorce. They just want their wife deported.
Yeah. Well, that could be. So Trump was 2 for 3 in marrying the imports. And let's face it, Melania Trump was a high-paid escort. That's no secret. Google it. She was a high-paid escort. Now, if I were going to pay an escort, she wouldn't be the one on my list that I'd be forking out the cash for. But Trump, I guess, saw something. Marla Maples was the closest thing to a white woman, and she had been fucking somebody else, another politician. Marla Maples was seeking money. She was seeking money. The wife he raped. See, the Republicans got no problem with that. They don't give a fuck if you rape somebody. I'm so glad this show turned out as political as it did, because I took so much time off and I don't give a fuck. So, the wife he raped and married on his golf course, we got that. But Republicans don't mind that. That's okay. Bitch had it coming, I guess, is their opinion. Dr. Bill Irwin in here a little cheap. Would she be cheaper now? No, she probably she's now. Yeah, inflation. Accustomed to a certain lifestyle, trying to protect little Barron from the evils of Donnie.
Well, now is Barron going to have to get deported after?
Barron could possibly be deported. Yeah, because he is the botanical offspring of a and Melania's parents came here illegally, so she would have to be deported. Well, but she came here illegally, technically illegally too. The parents came. No, I've read that her parents got here illegally. This came up the first time Trump was doing. Yeah. Oh, hi, meow. So Trump was doing all this shit to fuck over his own wife's family and his wife with the rules he wanted to impose. J.D. Vance has done the same thing. He's married to a woman that if he gets his way, his wife must be deported. There you go. And the same thing with Gutfield. Gutfield married a Russian woman. Go figure. Wow. They love the Putin over there. She's probably going back to Putin trying to explain Gutfield's so-called jokes. So those that like black licorice, go on cable at 11 o'clock at night. There's your black licorice. Well, or the red licorice. We have a lot of racist people that love the red licorice. So they all go to this one channel to get their black or red licorice, mainly the red, let's face it. But if you like your chocolate, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, James Corden for quite some period of time. They still run his shows from time to time. James Corden replacement. Well, see, the Daily Show. Lots of chocolate for those of us that want chocolate. So we're eating up all the ratings because, well, if you
spreading it out among the different brands of chocolate.
We're spreading our choice. But So let's say you like the dark chocolate. Well, they wouldn't like that over at Fox. But so that's why I labeled it as licorice. Not many decent people like licorice, but at least for those that do, those racist, homophobic motherfuckers that like licorice have a place to go get it. So it looks, oh, we're doing great. Well, yeah, everybody that likes racist licorice can come here to get it. So they think they're doing good. They don't realize that we have so many different flavors to choose from. But let's now imagine this. Now there's only one source of chocolate. And you can pick, it's down to Kimmel and Colbert, one of the two, because those are the two that probably stand up the hardest to black licorice. They're the ones that stand up, or red licorice. So now you do away with all the other sources. And now you've got black licorice that's on cable. And the only way you can get black licorice is to have a racist cable channel that's not even allowed to call itself news. They are listed as Fox Entertainment. When they get their paychecks, it says, here's your black licorice money, Fox Entertainment. It does not say news. You can look this up. I don't have to make shit up. I'm well read. All right, I have people read for me. So now let's say we do away with all of our flavors of chocolate. We got almond chocolate, milk chocolate, red velvet chocolate. We got all the chocolates, but now we're going to do away with all the chocolates. And the only one you get is Stephen. We'll go down to Stephen Colbert because his ratings are still higher than Kimmel's. So we go to Stephen Colbert. Now all the other chocolate's gone. What do you think is going to happen to the ratings? Okay, here's the other thing. Black licorice does not go head to head with all the various other chocolates. All the other various chocolates are on at 11.35 or 11.38. Black licorice is on at 11, going head to head with local news. Local news is not as popular as it used to be. Used to be local news was hard to compete with. These days, hell, even I very rarely ever see local news. I'm probably watching Reds baseball or something. So now we got black licorice on cable, and that's it. If you want black licorice, that's where you go. Oh, well, those goddamn chocolate lovers, they've got an advantage. They're on a real fucking network. They're on CBS. You can watch them not only on satellite, YouTube TV, cable, whatever, Cox, whatever fucking Comcast, whatever.
They're sold at Kroger's and not Stop and Go.
You can throw up an aerial antenna and watch chocolate. I got an antenna. I can't see black licorice. Those of us in Ogden, Utah, and all kinds of places in between the Mississippi River and the Rocky Mountains can't see shit if they either can't afford all those various other options or just don't want to pay the fucking money. So I'm going to watch the free entertainment that is on the chocolate channel that I can get with an antenna. So I hope I've broken it down so even ignorant people, Timmy John, can understand. No, he's not number one. He's the number one option for black licorice. If you combine all the others and that we're on a real fucking network, a real channel, because if Colbert were the only one, Gutfield would be put out of business because there's not enough of you black licorice lovers to put chocolate lovers out of business. Chocolate's always been a top favorite. No one ever liked black licorice, but there's a certain amount of you out there that love the black licorice. Racist homophobes, mainly. That's my guess. I mean, I'm breaking it down. Racist
my dad actually likes black licorice.
And your father is a big church guy.
He is.
Where have I found most of my racist friends at? Lurking about
wrestling.
Well, okay, well, we got a wrestling church. That would be a good racist place. That would be a good racist place. Yeah. All right. So I hope I've broken it down, and I hope you now
70
understand.
minutes yet. Holy shit.
Well, I'm doing everything I can, Bob, to give you.
I know. All right, Kenny, we're gonna do some Major League Baseball trivia, and this is I
think you're killing my steam.
No.
All that got us nothing. Well, thank you, T-Maker.
Thank you, nobody.
Yeah, and well, not nobody. Nicole did 5.
Thank you, T-Maker.
PC did 10. Is that it? And then John Mosier. Oh, and I forgot to tell you why John Mosier. Well, that's not why he donated. I had to block and then we'll go into the baseball trivia because Pasta Tart wanted it.
Yeah.
I had to block 139 people on Facebook over the weekend because now they're more MAGA than ever. I'm more mad. And many people that were that claim to be dear friends of mine always writing me, never say a word about Trump because they fucking know better. Never post anything about Trump because they fucking know better. Now all of a sudden that he's got a hurt ear like I have, ripping off my shit. They're now, I'm more MAGA than ever. And they're posting the iconic photo of when he gigged and had ketchup on his ear. They're posting that. And, and if you think this was staged, you delete me now. If you don't think Trump's the greatest president ever, delete me now. I go, well, I'll certainly accept that invitation. I'll accept that invitation.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just wish I'd have known 4 years ago, 7 years ago, 12 years ago when you followed me that you love a rapist con man who's a convicted felon. I just wish I'd known.
I'll say this, and a number of people have expressed to me that the Almighty, who I know you don't believe in, but the Almighty protected Donald Trump because this whatever thing happened.
Exactly.
I'm like, well, that's an interesting perspective.
Yes.
Why didn't Donald Trump protect the firefighter
that got shot in the head,
protecting his family?
Where was the Almighty for that one?
And
shot in the head. They said killed him instantly.
We didn't care enough about that.
Did you see the donations that came in? Did you see my friend Scaramucci?
Yes, a very large donation.
He donated $25,000, and so I asked him, and we were having this conversation yesterday. I said, "Hey, Mooch, how much has the Trump family donated?" And he wrote back, "Yep, a little." I said, right. So he's the one that caused the guy to get shot by ramping everybody up, talking shit, getting ready to talk shit on migrants. The migrants saved Donald Trump. I meant to get that in. Migrants, because he admitted, I turned my head to read something about migrants. Do you think it was something positive? I bet not. I'd love to know what he was about to read. So migrants saved his life. Had he not tilted his little big orange head just a little bit to the right or left, whatever he did, to get it in the ear instead of right between the fucking eyes, migrants saved his life. He hasn't given them any credit yet. He also has not called the people who were shot, killed, injured, and in critical condition in the hospital. Hasn't called to one of them. Biden called the family that got killed, and they won't take his call because they're pro-MAGA.
Well, the wife said that
I want to dedicate my life to the guy that doesn't care about me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the wife said that her husband was very pro-Trump and that she didn't think he would want her to take the call. She said she didn't care. She got nothing against Biden. She knows it wasn't Biden's fault. It was some despicable 20-year-old kid.
Let's say my dumbass was there and I got shot and killed. Let's say I'm at a Biden rally. Okay, we don't do that shit. But let's say I'm at a Biden rally and I get shot and killed. And Donald Trump takes the time to call my family. Trust me, that wouldn't happen.
Now, Timmy John would answer.
Timmy John would answer.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. All I had to do was get my brother killed to get a call from you, Jesus. Oh. That's how that call would have went. I'd have sacrificed his ass 40 years ago for you, dickless Donald. You can rape my sister anytime. Oh, he does. Well, he does have a sister, technically.
One of the guys.
Oh, but did you hear JD Vance's other thing he said? He called Democrats cat women, and he said we can't have these cat women who don't have any children trying to dictate the laws that govern our children.
They're miserable and they want to make everyone else miserable.
They're miserable and they want to make everybody else. They're cat women that don't have children. So if you haven't had children, then you shouldn't be allowed to have any say in the matter. Timmy John, you don't have any children, and because of you, I'm starting to believe in God, because some higher power that saved Trump,
him from recreating,
part of the poor guy that got shot in the head out there worshiping Orange Julius, but because a higher power stopped you from reproducing,
and
they saved us from another JW, and that's an inside joke with me and Tim. Had you spawned, we'd have another JW floating around. So let's thank Jesus for that, Tim. I'm going, goddamn, I'm going to donate $5 on the next show. This is fun. This is fun.
Where's them biscuits and gravy T-shirts in the store? Gotta get
let's get those biscuits and gravy show. Let's make a little money off his ass tonight. Let's sell. God knows he never bought
one. In the store.
The shirts are we still have them, right? We still got the biscuits and gravy shirts.
They're still in the store.
Here's the next question: have we ever sold one?
No.
That means his big tight ass didn't even order his own shirt. So you think he would have bought 10 of them and handed them out to his? Okay, I just suggested Timmy John had 10 friends. Whew.
Well, maybe if he gave away shirts, he could have some friends.
Maybe if he gave his shirt away, he'd have some friends. Maybe he could take them down to where they bring him his free food at and thank those people.
Give the delivery
here's
drivers.
A shirt. Thank you for my free food.
Shirt.
When he goes to the hospital to get his free health care that the Republicans don't want, give him a shirt. When he gets his food stamp card every month reloaded, give that person a shirt. When his government-assisted check comes in every month that Republicans don't want him to have, give them the mailman that brings him his disconnect notice on his $8 electric bill. Well, he was overdue. I mean, it's kind of like the Philippines. God damn it, man. It's only $8. Well, you haven't paid it in 6 months. So we're going to disconnect. That's how they treat our Filipino friends. I've had people in the Philippines get disconnected over $3. Yeah.
So our $88 tonight will buy 4 kids some school supplies.
Yeah.
But it won't buy 90%.
It ain't gonna buy much else. Well, it looks like we have a last-minute donation. Tony Conley, I think a foreigner. I think I could be wrong.
Isn't
his $10? So that gets us to 98.
$10.
That gives us to 98.
Yeah.
So we got $10. And I do need to help my neighbor upstairs to get something done. We're just about to wrap up the show, so if you need to help with your television, let me know. Okay.
All right. So this is our quiz tonight.
Yeah, let's do the quiz.
I'm going to give you.
I blame myself for us not getting to the quiz. I blame myself.
I'm going to give you the Major League Baseball record and record holder.
Does it involve black licorice?
It might. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that black licorice.
Oh, before you get to the trivia question, how about Mr. Reese Hines is not in the All-Star game, but he got shown at Home Run Derby last night. You know why? He was in a high school version of Home Run Derby, and apparently Washington head to head with one of the guys that was in it. I think the guy from Philadelphia, either that or it was the gunner from Baltimore. He was, and this motherfucker was kicking ass in high school. Reese Hines is only 22. Reese Hines will now, if he never plays another day, Bob, he's played 6 games. He will go down in Major League Baseball history, the records that go back to 1901. He is the only player in Major League history to have 9 extra base hits in his first 6 games. Only player ever to do it. Only player in Major League history to hit 5 home runs in his first 6 games. He's on pace to hit about 150 homers. I'm just doing some quick math. It's got to be close. If you hit 5 homers every 6 games, give me the pace, Bob. Is 144, 150?
See, 5 for
he's hit 5 homers in his first 6
160 games.
162. So don't undersell the season. 162 games.
Yeah. So that's going to be roughly.
Hey, we're talking baseball, folks. I'm done ranting about politics and black licorice.
Yeah, it's close to 145 home runs.
140. Yeah, he's on pace to 100. That would be a record, right?
That would be.
Mark McGuire would roll over in his grave and take androstenedione or whatever he takes.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds' head would enlarge 2 or 3 times more sizes.
So this is a bonus trivia question. One player in Major League Baseball history, has hit an inside the park home run.
Yes.
A grand slam.
Yes.
And hit for the cycle in his rookie year.
Yes.
That player's name?
Ellie De La Cruz.
No, that player's name is Wyatt Langford. Ellie did not.
Bray Wyatt did that? I didn't know Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt did that. Yes. So did Bo Dallas.
You know, I'm pretty sure Ellie De La Cruz, but they might not have counted it in his rookie year because he just played his 162nd game 20 games ago. But Ellie Della has hit a grand slam. He has hit an inside the park home run. But something Ellie Della has done. Ellie Della has tripled and homered 5 times.
Right.
That ties the all-time Major League record set by who? Joe
yes, I
fucking
knew.
DiMaggio, who
Yeah,
did it
Joe
in 13
DiMaggio.
seasons. Who played in
You know,
13 All-Star games.
It's really amazing DiMaggio did not have a longer career.
Well,
Some
which one
numbers
got sick and died?
Lou Gehrig.
That was Lou Gehrig. Yeah, because
They named a disease after him.
I thought he died of Joe DiMaggio's disease. It was Lou Gehrig's.
No, that was Marilyn Monroe.
It would have only been fair. Why did he only play 13 seasons?
He had a lot of injuries. He had arthritis, I think, was
Oh.
in his knees or something like that.
Oh. I finally had.
He married Marilyn Monroe and didn't need to play anymore.
Well, you know what? If I was, well, you know me, being a white woman, I would not have participated.
Right.
Or at least maybe back then.
Right.
Maybe back then. No
Major League
offense,
Baseball record. I'm going to give you the leader, the record holder. I want you to tell me who is second place, and I'll give you actually choices, 3 choices.
Give me multiple.
Who that person?
I might do good.
All right, so here we go.
Timmy John, you can play along with us if you like.
Pete Rose has the record for most career hits.
Yes, he does.
Who has the record for the second most career hits?
Well, I think I got
Hank
that.
Aaron, Stan Musial, Tris Speaker, or Ty Cobb?
Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb is correct.
40, and let me give you the number. No, hang on. I'm going to give you the numbers. Ty Cobb has 41.91.
Yes.
Pete broke the record with 41.92. And then Pete ended up with how many? Do you know, or do I have to tell you? Don't say it if you know it.
I don't know it.
Do you know it?
No.
42.56. Look it up.
All right.
Look it up.
Ed Walsh holds.
You didn't look it up. You're supposed to verify.
I believe. Why should I look it up? I believe you.
Fact check me.
No one fact checks the king.
Timmy Johnson, looking up Lysol.
We have 5 minutes to get these questions done.
Okay,
Ed Walsh has the record for the lowest career ERA.
Ooh.
What player has the second lowest ERA?
Well, what's the lowest ERA? What's the record?
I didn't say. He just says
doesn't what? You're going to give me numbers?
I'm just going off the webpage here.
All right.
The players are Mariano Rivera.
Yes.
Smokey Joe Wood.
Yeah.
Addie Joss or Cy Young.
You know, strangely enough, I'm going to go with Rivera.
That is an incorrect answer. The answer is Addie Joss.
Oh, well, you know what? Nobody would guess that because I'm a baseball historian. I'm a baseball historian, and I don't know who that is. Couldn't tell you the team.
He's an early 1900s player. Nolan Ryan.
I didn't see a lot of baseball back then, to my defense.
Yeah, I bet. Nolan Ryan.
Timmy John watched a lot. Timmy John watched a lot of games. Had a black and white TV.
Questions in for the silver. Nolan Ryan holds the record for the most career walks by a pitcher. What player has the second most walks?
Has the record for most career walks?
Mm-hmm. By a pitcher.
A lot of games.
Given up. Walks given up.
I thought one of the Reds pitchers broke that in one game the other day, but okay.
Yeah, pretty close. Phil Niekro, Early Wynn, Bob Feller, Steve Carlton.
Niekro played for 8 billion years and had that knuckleball, which was hard to control. I'm going to say Phil Niekro.
Phil Niekro is incorrect. Steve Carlton has the record.
Who probably would have been considered to have had better control than Phil Niekro. Probably, and did not play as long as Phil. Phil Niekro played 108 seasons. Not a lot of people know that.
Pretty close to that. Jesse Orozco holds the record for the most career games played by a pitcher.
Yes.
What pitcher has the second most career games?
What's that? I might get this one.
Mariano Rivera, John Franco, Dennis Eckersley, or Mike Stanton.
Damn. Franco played quite a while too. Played with the Reds and the Mets, and extensively with both. Just to get a Reds name out there, I'll throw John Franco out there.
The correct answer is Mike Stanton.
Yeah,
Walter Johnson,
right? Braves.
Yeah, Walter Johnson holds the record for most career shutouts.
Walter Freight Train Johnson, if we're going to mention him on this show.
Yeah. What player has the second most shutouts? Eddie Plank, Pete Alexander, Cy Young, or Christy Mathewson?
Christy Mathewson.
Christy Mathewson is a good selection. The real answer is Pete Alexander.
Yeah, see, I knew I should have went with one of the people I've never heard of.
Mariano Rivera holds the record for most career
saves. About
saves.
time he get mentioned again. I've been trying to get him in the whole show.
Who has the record for the second? Who's the second most saves? Trevor Hoffman, Lee Smith, John Franco, or Francisco Rodriguez?
Name them again. Second
Trevor
place.
Hoffman, Lee Smith, Francisco Rodriguez, or John Franco?
I'm going to go with the old Cub and a little bit with the Reds, Big Lee Smith.
Lee Smith is incorrect. Trevor Hoffman, big San Diego Padre guy.
And you know what we proved here today?
You don't.
And I was going to
you don't care about the second place.
I wasn't going to pick Hoffman because that's a Padre and they're not a real team.
Okay.
They have the worst logo, worst uniforms, horrible team.
Chris Speaker.
Record. I own some Tris
career
Speakers.
doubles.
They were a big brand. They were right up there with JBL and Bose.
Tris Speakers. What player has the second most career doubles? Albert Pujols, Stan Musial, Ty Cobb, or Pete Rose?
Rose was not a doubles machine. He was a singles machine. So we're going to rule out Pete Rose. What are the other options?
Albert Pujols, Stan Musial, and Ty Cobb.
Pujols was a doubles machine. Cobb played in the day that you could literally
dead ball
rough up the second baseman and get second base. You could actually fight the second baseman back when he played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Pujols.
The answer is Pete Rose.
Rose had the most doubles? Well, he did play 22 seasons, I think.
All right.
But he was known as the all-time hit king, and he was advertised as a singles hitter. So I would not have picked Pete Rose. I would have thought Pujols was more of a doubles guy.
Okay. Ricky Henderson holds the record for most career runs scored. What player has scored the second most career runs?
Well, we've proven I don't know. We've proven I don't know.
Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb, or Hank Aaron?
Give me those names again.
Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb, Hank Aaron.
Aaron played forever. Let's go with Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron is a good choice. Ty Cobb is the real answer.
I never got one. I never got one of these second place ones yet, have I?
I think you got one right. Yeah. Ted Williams holds the record for highest career on base percentage. Who has the second highest career on base percentage?
Kenny Bolin. I walked in a Louisville Slugger game.
Yeah. Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, or Ty Cobb.
Highest on base percentage?
Yes. Give
me the names again.
Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, or Ty Cobb. Now you got to remember Ty, and I don't know this answer because I do not know this answer. We'll find out in a second. Ty Cobb, has the lifetime batting average.
Yes, he does.
Record. Yes, so you would think that would contribute greatly towards a high on base percentage.
Didn't he hit like 336 or something like that?
360 something for his
360 something. God, even higher than I thought.
Yeah.
And Pete was what, like 302?
Something.
303?
Yeah,
he was way down from Ty Cobb on batting average, but it was a whole different game by then too, like it is now. I think you're lucky when you look at the top 10 hitters today. I bet you half of them are not over 300.
Oh, probably not. Yeah.
I mean, at least per league. If you broke it down per league, I bet you there might be 5 hitting over 300. It is amazing how low batting average.
It's a different game. Nobody cares about that.
Different game. No one cares. No one cares. Oh, God. Give me one more time the names.
Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle, Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth.
Let's go with Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle is incorrect. Babe Ruth has the second most career hits.
Couldn't get a fucking one of them. See, I actually knew.
Oh, sorry, on base percentage, right?
I just wanted to make it look good and just not get in.
Pete Rose has the record for the most career hits. We already did that one. Ty Cobb, Nolan Ryan has the most walks. That was Steve Carlton.
42.56.
Pete Rose has the record for the most career games played by a batter. Who holds the second most career games? Hank Aaron, Ricky Henderson, Ty Cobb, or Carl Yastrzemski?
Check and see. Just we got any more
donations.
No.
As soon as this is over, we're stopping.
I was an idiot for looking. Repeat it one more time, and then I got to help my friend upstairs.
Second most career games: Hank Aaron, Ricky Henderson, Ty Cobb, Carl Yastrzemski. Pete Rose has the record for most games played as a batter.
One more time on those other choices:
Hank Aaron, Ricky Henderson, Ty Cobb, Carl Yastrzemski.
Let's go with Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron would be incorrect. Carl Yastrzemski.
See, I knew it was Yastrzemski, but I didn't want to blow my streak.
Well, you've done really
I had
well.
A perfect streak going. I'm not getting any of these. Have you noticed not one other person, even Postratart, who wanted to play this, did not help?
No, they've all given up.
Postratart never helped. No. All right.
Oh, well. All right, last question. Reggie Jackson holds the record for most.
Who has watched the most shows and not donated jack shit? Dr. Bill Irwin, or Dr. Bill Irwin? The correct answer is
Iceman.
Well, Iceman, well, he actually donated $5 at the buzzer the other day.
Oh, that's true. He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he broke his streak. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Iceman did that. He said he didn't need recognition. I said, no, you actually spent $5. So yeah, we got to give you a little recognition for it. I think this might be one of the most educational shows we've ever done when we broke down black licorice and chocolate. I think I've helped a lot of people tonight. Yeah.
For the donations of Dr. Bill Irwin, I'm Bob Hazelwood. That's Kenny, the star maker, the Licorice King Bolin.
The Licorice King, yes. The red and the black. Yeah. I twizzle them together. Twizzlers.
That's right.
Name a brand of licorice. Any Twizzlers?
I don't even know if Twizzlers counts as licorice, to be honest.
I don't think it should. I don't think that. Now, hang on. I heard of
Vines.
Could it be a donut? No. I was only getting hopeful.
All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Tea Maker. Thank you, Timmy John.
Definitely thank you, Tea Maker. You saved the
Tony
night.
Conley.
Ruthless.
For the absent
Ruthless, you got here a little late, buddy. You got here a little late, Ruthless. You tried.
For the absent Coltrane, for the non-donating Ruthless Aggression Sports and Entertainment.
Non-donating, yes.
I'm Bob Hazelwood. We'll be back on Thursday.
For a little bit.
Coltrane
maybe 30
here.
minutes.
Maybe not.
Who knows? Who knows? Who cares?
That's Kenny Bolin. We're saying, get the hell out of here. Goodbye.
Good day.
Good riddance.